What are you doing?
I thought this is how far I'm supposed to be away from the camera.
An asshole.
What's up, boys? Back out here. Let's answer some of these questions. What's up, guys? Gonna answer some of your guys' questions for you. Obviously, why am I so far away from the camera? A couple people have answered that for you guys down in the comments. I don't like to be on camera. I'm always behind the camera. I'd rather do like a POV. I didn't explain it. I didn't want to put this into like some pity thing or something. I was in an accident. I don't really like the way I look. I still look completely different than I did before the accident. This side of my face is all like plastic surgery. This is all fake. This eyebrow doesn't work, and my jaw is over this way a little bit. And I got this huge scar. I just don't like the way I look. And since I died, if you want to go watch the story, I'm not trying to turn this into a pity fest. It's on my channel, on my homepage. It's like the third video down. You can go watch it. It's one of my like first videos ever. It's bad storytelling and bad editing, but it gets the story across. And if I would have done something like this behind the camera like I normally do, the first comment would have been, how can you say this as you're hiding behind the camera? So it was kind of a lose-lose. Next big question, contracts. There's contracts. We can't legally release those. So it would, I don't know how to say that. My attorney's gone over them. My attorney's gone over all these videos. That's another question too, attorneys. We'll get to that. But my attorney's gone over the contracts. I would have to blur out everything. His name, my name, notary's name, everything would be blurred and make no sense. Either one of us put those contracts out, it's probably just gonna make a judge pissed and throw it out. Or like if I released it, it'd probably be like, I couldn't use it as evidence. If he releases them, the judge would probably just be like, you're stupid, pay him whatever he wants. So you're never gonna see those contracts. The whole, I did this for shout outs or whatever people keep saying. I didn't make videos back when me and Tommy started. So you'd have to be like one of my first couple hundred subscribers, or you'd have to remember from the live streams, there was like this whole goal, if I got 300 subscribers, I'd put a video out. That was like, Tommy kind of like talked me into like, make a channel, I can help you grow it. He was gonna be like my Chris, and I was gonna be his Tommy, or however you wanna call it. And he wasn't the first person I helped out, I don't believe. He was pretty close, but no, he wasn't. He was not the first person that, it wasn't for clout. I didn't want to make videos. All my videos are behind the camera. I don't want fame. I don't care. I make videos because it gives me a purpose. I spent 2 years in bed. I'm still technically cut in half. I can't show you guys. It's not this way, it's this way. You gotta go watch my video if you care. But I make videos because it gives me something to do than just lay around and be miserable and depressed and whatever. To go back to the whole me behind the camera, that's also the easiest way for me to be able to do them, because I'll come out for an hour and tinker around, and then I have to go rest for an hour or two, and then I'll come back out and tinker around. So if I'm not in front of the camera, I don't have to worry about like editing that. I can just pick up like where I left off, and you guys don't know that it's been 2 days. Why I only put out a video once a week? Because it usually takes me about a week to make a video, because I'll come out, I'll work for a little bit, and then I gotta go rest. It is what it is. There's still gonna be a group of people that think I'm full of it. And I'd be lying if I wasn't like, oh, it'd be awesome if the channel would pay for itself, if the channel would buy parts and stuff here and there, but it's not a big deal to me. It just gives me a purpose and something to do. All right, next is attorneys or why I don't sue. A lot of questions like that. Get a lawyer, why don't you get a lawyer? You need to talk to an attorney. Why didn't you just sue? Why'd you do this? All that type of stuff. I don't want to hear anything about me like coming off bragging, being snobby or anything like that. You guys keep asking about this, okay? I have attorneys. I have multiple attorneys. My one attorney I consider a really good friend. He has his own law firm. He's a big dog attorney. His name's on the side of multiple buildings, and they've seen these videos. They know what's going on. Most of my attorneys agreed if I could settle out of court and not have to like ruin this guy's life, okay. Except for one of them. One of them really wants to go to court. It's going to be like this snowball effect. Like my one attorney has promised me that if we go to court, it's going to snowball into this, and it's going to trigger them to look into other things. And I'm not trying to like take this guy away from his family. I know like a bunch of people have painted me as like this evil person trying to attack him and ruin this guy's life. That's not the plan. I'm still being very nice. I just want my money. And I'm hoping that we can work something out. That is the plan. Why did I not tell Chris? I did. It took me a while to get a hold of Chris. Okay, there for a while, I thought Chris was like involved. Like Chris knew everything that was going on and this and that. And I was trying to get his number. I was trying to get a hold of him. I messaged him on Instagram. Tommy would not give me his number. Like I said, I thought Chris was kind of involved there for a little bit. And anytime like Chris did something that like I didn't agree with or that I was upset with, or Tommy would say Chris isn't going to do this or that, I'd be like, give me Chris's number, and he'd be like, oh, he's not going to answer for you. There's no point. I ended up getting his number from Roberto, which I had to like prove to Roberto that I wasn't just some fanboy, and I ended up telling Chris everything. And I think he thought I was over exaggerating it. Like, he didn't believe me. Like, I don't know how else to say it. He didn't believe me at first. And when he was here, when he drove all the cars, I asked him if he wanted to see the clips, and he said no. And I don't think Chris leaving is just from, like, this situation. It is the best of my opinion. I don't think Chris leaving is just from those clips or whatever. I think it's a lot more than that he doesn't want to talk about. And it is what it is. But I did tell Chris. It took me a while to get a hold of him. I tried to tell him almost immediately. I don't know, it made me feel bad when people were all like, well, you're not free and clear because you just sat there and you were perfectly okay with that. No, I didn't. You can ask Roberto. I started trying to get a hold of Chris back when all that happened. I don't know what else to say about that. And I think that's most of the questions. Tommy put some screenshots out of him saying that he was trying to settle with me. It didn't really go down like that. If I have to pull up the clip, I will, but it was more of like him wanting me to sign everything, saying that I'll gamble it all away on a R32 4-door giveaway. He was all like, hey, I just want to settle with you. And the only reason why I did that was because after I told Chris confronted him. I didn't tell Tommy for like 8 months before that. And as soon as I told Chris went and asked Tommy if all this was true. And Tommy underplayed it and got a hold of me. He was like, hey, I don't need this getting out. Let's try to settle this up. He wanted me to sign papers saying that whatever the giveaway does is what I get. And I know a lot of you guys think I'm like completely stupid, but if I did that, he just wanted to promote it. If he just didn't promote it, I mean, the giveaway could have done $5 grand for all I know. I wasn't going to sign those documents. So he put out a screenshot making it seem like he's been trying to settle with me since 2020, and that's just not true. I think that's all the questions for like the Tommy stuff, but a lot of my 3S guys have been asking me about Adrian's car, so I'm going to give you guys an update on that. We'll jump right into a couple clips there. We've been waiting on parts, so it hasn't been going as smoothly as we thought. We thought we had everything, but it turns out a lot of stuff didn't get shipped or missing, but here you go. Here's an update on his build, for those of you that are interested in that.
All right.